Hi, I'm Amy Yildizla and welcome to Rebirth Pilates. This is day 18 of our March Madness. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to focus on our pelvic positioning, fine-tuning, how to get into where our pelvis is positioned and how to challenge our pelvic position a little bit. So let's get started. Come on up to the top of your mat and get down on your mat however you need to. I'm going to do a little cross to come down today. I'm going to scoot myself back. I'm going to go right into warming up today, hands behind the knees. Use your hands to sit yourself really nice and tall. So you're up on your sits bones, so your pelvis is mostly upright right now. Take an inhale and exhale, round your back. Bring your pelvis backwards. So you're going to come onto your sacrum, round into your low back. Take an inhale and exhale. Pull yourself forward. And then restack yourself on top of your pelvis. Take an inhale. 2 more like that. Hold for an inhale. Bring it forward. Sit tall. Last one like this. Sit tall. Start to round back. This time release your legs and come all the way down. Bring your feet in a little bit closer. Center yourself on your mat. So you want your feet, again, that hip distance or fist distance apart. Check in with your pelvis. So find your triangle. Put your fingers on your pubic bone and the heel of your hands on your pelvis. And you're going to rock your pelvis back. So then the heel of the hands and the thumbs are lower and the low back is touching the mat. And then you're going to do an anterior tilt, which means your pubic bone goes down, your fingertips are lower, and your hip points and your palms are higher. So your back is arching. You're going to do that 2 more times, just paying attention to what it feels like to rock across your sacrum towards your tailbone, and then rocking back to your low back and tucking your tailbone under. 1 more like that after this one. Good. And then find something neutral. So everybody's neutral pelvis is a little different. We've talked about that before, but ribs are nice and heavy, low back is long, and the pubic bone and the hip points are in as level a plane as they can be for you. Just bring your arms down by their side for a moment. And we're going to do a pelvic clock. So 12 o'clock will be that tucked position where our low back is down and our pubic bone is higher than our hips. 6 o'clock is down where the tailbone is reaching for the ground and the hip points are higher than the pubic bone. 3 o'clock will be right hip down, left hip up. Oops, that's 9, isn't it? Yep, so it's 9 o'clock. The other way is 3 o'clock. Yes, makes much more sense. 12, 6. Okay, well, so you can use this like a clock when you go around in a circle if that helps you. Obviously, it doesn't help me. I like to imagine a marble. So I imagine that there's a marble in my belly button right here. And I want to roll that marble towards my rib cage. And then I want to roll that marble towards my pubic bone. So that, for me, is the most helpful for moving my pelvis around. And then I roll that marble towards my right hip and roll that marble towards my left hip. So whatever works for you to find movement in your pelvis, you're going to use that. We're going to do circles. So we're going to start with that tucked position, low back down, tailbone lifted, marble rolled towards your rib cage, 12 o'clock, whatever is going to work for you today. And then we're going to go to the right, down, and around. So you're going to take it over towards your right hip bone, down towards your tailbone, over towards the left, through the left, and then all the way back to that center. And then we're going to reverse it. So you're going to go over to the left, down, towards your tailbone, around towards the right, and back up and to center. And reverse it again. We're going to go 3 in each direction. Take your time with it, just moving your pelvis. If anything feels particularly sticky, maybe you take the time to pay attention to that part. Maybe you like to go 3 in one direction, then 3 in the other direction. All of those are optional. I just want to make sure that you do 3 all the way around in each direction. I have one more. You take your time. We're not in a hurry today. Coming back to that tucked position and then releasing out to neutral. Now we're going to do a little cross. So you're going to try to make this part of your pelvis heavier. So this part being the left low part and then the right higher part. So you're going to kind of rock yourself back and forth across that diagonal line. You're making an X across your stomach. Again, you could imagine that marble rolling towards your left hip joint and then off towards the right oblique. One more. And then you come back to center. And then we'll do it the other way. You're going to roll that marble to your right hip joint and then off your left oblique. You might find this easier in one cross direction than the other. That's perfectly natural. We have a way our pelvis likes to rotate and a way it doesn't particularly like to rotate. Some people are neutral. They just don't come to me for class. I have yet to meet them. But I'm sure there are people out there who are very neutral. One more. And you'll come back to center. So now you're very aware of your pelvis. Now, if you're having problems finding your awareness in your sacrum, a trick that works for me on those days when I'm just having issues finding my pelvis is you lift it up and you drop it down. And you just do that about 10 times and then flop it down. And that just kind of wakes up all the nerve endings on the back of your sacrum and really kind of gives you like a sense of the settled pelvis. So we've done all of this pelvic positioning. So we really want to find that neutral pelvis now with the low abs still engaged and the low back lengthened. The ribs are nice and heavy. Bring your arms down by your side. Make sure you're not bringing your chin to your chest so you're in a more neutral spine, cervical spine. Recenter yourself if you got off center. You're going to bring your leg into tabletop and then follow it with the other and really see where is your pelvis? What is it doing? Is it tucking? Are you able to maintain that pelvic positioning? Turn your feet out, open your knees and flex your feet. So you're in this frog position. You're going to pull your knees into your chest, trying to reach the tailbone long. So I'm going to show you what I don't want you to do. I don't want you tucking up like this. I want you to stay heavy in that sacrum as you pull your knees in towards your body. And then you're going to challenge that by sending those legs out long and then bend them back in. So options here, if that is too challenging, go a much higher angle. The challenge is to take it as big a range of motion as you can, but only as long as you're not going to make your back angry or your hip angry. You got to work yourself up to a range of motion. Like that might be a little high for me today. I'm having some problems keeping my rib cage engaged, or maybe it's because I'm talking. I'm going to do 2 without talking. That was better. Last one. Good. Bring your legs back in. Turn them back to parallel and take them up to the ceiling. Now, if I take my legs to a full 90 degrees, it's really hard for me to get my tailbone heavy and my sacrum neutral. So I'm going to take my legs out just a little bit because I'm working on my pelvic positioning. And then I'm going to find that neutral pelvis, and from there I'm going to really try to keep the neutral pelvis and pull my legs in more. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead. This is a small movement. Just being really aware of your pelvic positioning. Shh. 2 more. Shh. Really using those lower abdominals. And then bend your knees and lower your feet down. Straighten your legs out on the mat. And in this position, see what feels neutral, what feels like it's in alignment. Flex your feet on the floor and lift your right leg up. So you're going to take that leg up towards the ceiling, point the toe, bring your arms down, actively press into your arms, and do some leg circles. We'll do 5 in each direction, trying to keep your pelvis stable. They're not huge. We're going to do some big ones in a second. And then you're going to do 5 in the other direction. Good. Take that leg long and reach it all the way down onto the mat. Flex the foot, point the left foot and bring it up to the ceiling. Again, try to keep it as straight as you can. And then take the leg across and around. Seeing what your pelvis is doing now that you're really aware of it. Can you try to keep both sides equally weighted while you make these circles? It's really hard. You do what you can. Reverse them. And take that leg down all the way. Now we're going to do bigger circles, and these you're going to let your pelvis move. So you're going to bring your arms out more like a low V. Bend your right leg into tabletop and then straighten it up to the ceiling. You're going to take it across your body and let your pelvis come up. You're going to let your pelvis rotate. You're going to take that leg down, around, and up. Just 3 really big circles. So you're taking yourself into a twist. Take the leg down, around, and up. 1 more in this direction. And you reverse it. So you take it out, around, and let the pelvis follow as it comes up. And 2 more. 1 more. And pause at the top. Keep the toe pointed as you lower it down and flex the foot once it's down. Point your left foot and bring it up. Again, take it across, let the pelvis come up. Try to keep that leg straight as you bring it around and up. Big circles. 2 more in this direction. And then you reverse it. And 1. Good. Point the toe as you lower it all the way down. Flex your feet, lift your arms, reach them back, lift your head, neck, and chest, and roll yourself up. You know, if you need to modify your roll up, do it how you need to. We're going to work on our spine stretch forward. This is a lot about pelvic positioning again. So knees bent if you need them, feet straight, legs straight if you can, feet flexed. Put your hands down on your mat, flex your feet, push into the mat, round your back away. Tuck your tail under, see if you can get on the back of your sacrum for a moment, and then lift your legs up and lower down. 2 more like that. Push with your hand, push yourself back off your tailbone onto your sacrum, and then lift your legs. And release, and 1 last time. Push with your hands, roll yourself back, and lift those legs. Now feel that positioning where you have those low abs pulling yourself back. Sit nice and tall for a moment. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Flex your feet. Pull that sacrum back as you reach your fingertips forward. Keep reaching for the fingertips as you keep pulling your sacrum backwards. And then sit back tall. Again, the sacrum is that triangle bone at the back of your pelvis. So you're pulling your pelvis backwards as you reach your fingertips forward. One more. Sit tall. Bring the legs together. Sit nice and tall on your sacrum. So give your glutes a little squeeze. Find your sits bones. Be nice and tall on them. Place your hands on your shoulders. Flex your feet. If your knees need to be bent, again, that's okay. But the goal later is to get enough hamstring flexibility to sit up tall. And then you're going to rotate and pulse, pulse, center. Rotate, pulse, pulse, center. Now you're trying to keep your pelvis stable. Legs don't move. So pelvic position here is stability. One more to each side. Good. Relax your legs for a second. Take your hands back behind you. Fingertips face away from you. You're going to bend your knees. Find the position where you need to be. So your hands are far behind you. You're on your sacrum, and you're going to bring your legs into tabletop. This could be all that you do today, is rock your legs left to right with bent knees. So you're keeping your upper body stable and moving your pelvis. If you want to challenge yourself, take your legs straight and rock them left to right. Rocking your pelvis, your whole pelvis goes, your feet stay together. If you feel like you want to challenge yourself, rock it over, take it down, around into a circle, and then reverse it. Down, around, and in a circle. One more to each side. Whatever you're doing. Come to center, lower your feet, stretch them out, and round up and over your legs. Give yourself a little stretch here. Take a moment. Lay all the way back down onto your back. Bend your knees. Go ahead and bring your feet into parallel. Arms down by your side. Tuck your tail. Feel that movement of your sacrum and your pelvis, and then come up into your bridge. Hold at the top and roll yourself down. One more. This time we're going to hold at the top. So you're going to stay at the top. Bring one leg into tabletop. Tap that foot to the ground 3 times. So you're trying to keep your hip points stable. Your pelvis is stable. And then bring that foot down. Stand into that foot. Bring the other leg up, keeping the pelvis stable. And you tap that foot down 3 times. Then bring your other foot down and roll down through your pelvis. Bring your knees in and rock yourself up to sitting. I'm going to finish with just a little bit of rolling onto our pelvis. So you're going to move yourself forward. Come up into your rolling like a ball shape. So here, when we lift our toes, we have to come onto our back of our sacrum a little. So we're tucking our pelvis back a little bit. We're going to keep this round shape, bring our heads forward, and roll back and roll back up. So you're trying to keep this shape the same as you go back and as you come up. 2 more. There's a pause at both ends. 1 more. Good. And then come up to standing. Take a moment to stand into your feet. Feel your pelvis centered over your feet. Take an inhale, lift your arms high, and exhale, round yourself over your feet. Inhale at the bottom. And then on an exhale, soften your knees. Round yourself back up. Inhale, arms go up, grow tall. Arms come down. And thank you for joining me for day 18. I hope you have a little more information about your pelvis and the stability versus mobility idea in pelvis, and when I talk about the pelvis. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. of our March Madness and future Rebirth Pilates videos, and check out our website, rebirthpilates.com. Hope to see you back here on the mat for day 19 of March Madness. Thanks again for coming.